Hello and welcome back to the Florida Men Gaming. My name is Furion and today we're going to be playing Magic the Gathering Arena. But before we get started, I'd like to ask that you please like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and if you're over there on Rumble, go ahead and smash that Rumble button. For today's video, we're going to be playing a mono green budget deck called the Green Machine. This is a deck that we've built using a various number of methods, including burning a couple of wild cards acquired from the packs that we've earned along the way here, some cards acquired through the jump in, and looking at some of the more budget friendly cards to figure out how do you build a somewhat competitive deck in the early ladder stages with limited resources. So let's take a look at what we got going on here. This is a wolf based build running 2 copies of the Ascendant Pack Leader, which you do acquire through the jump in events. 2 copies of the Snakeskin Veil. It's a rare, not a rare, I can't read. Don't worry guys, I'm okay. It's an uncommon card, which from the Call Time set you can craft very easily. 4 copies of Tamiyo Safekeeping. Both of these are big protection for us. 4 copies of the Outland Liberator, an absolute must in the current meta, especially if you can get him over to the Frenzied Trap Breaker, or she, can't quite tell what we're dealing with there. Just because it is good destruction of enchantments. 4 copies of the Pack Song Pup, because this little guy gets bigger and that is a big deal. 3 copies of the Rangers class, which I believe we picked from a pre-con deck. 1 copy of the Werewolf Pack Leader, another pre-con special there. 4 copies of Hound Tamer, who turns into the Untamed Pup. This is a great card for giving us that little trample effect we need to take the whole game home. 2 copies Howl of the Hunt, so we can buff our wolf creatures, give them some vigilance, and let them keep swinging home. 2 Weaver of Blossoms, another great werewolf, and it's a good stopgap if you start to stall out on mana, especially because we're trying to ramp our way into the Avabruck Caretaker, which we've included 2 copies of, which also becomes the Hallowhenge Huntmaster, and to cheat everything to the board and help us dig on the nighttime flips, 2 copies of the Howlpack Piper. For removal options, we're running 4 copies of Wolfstrike. This is an instant 2 and a green, target creature you control gets +2/+0 until end of turn if it's night. Then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. If it's not night, it just deals damage equal to its power. So somewhat like a Charge Through or a Blizzard Brawl, except it's not the direct fight spell, it just deals its damage, which is nice. 24 total lands in the deck. You could probably scale it back a little bit. No sideboard cards, and with that, we are excited to see you in the gameplay. The opponent goes first, running, looks like a Devil Sleeve. They lead with Den of the Bugbear and nothing else. Probably a burn deck. That little bit of stick indicates potentially a shock, play with fire. Could be wrong. Alright, red-white, we're seeing some Boros. We'll take it. Get the Ranger class down and get a token going. Do they elect to burn the Pack Leader? Yes, they do. Oh, interesting. Okay. Wanderer's Intervention. Not a card I expected to see. 1 and a white. Well, I guess we should see if they have another one, right? Apparently not. Opponent's up to 4 mana. And a Halvar. Let's see if they fall for this. Do they have a big piece of equipment? Tormentor's Helm. Okay. Well, that's a big guy. We'll go ahead and take 10, which I will probably regret. Alright, let's see if they have a pump effect. A dueling rapier. Nope, that just increases your toughness, or your power, not your toughness. Alright, we'll take it, and those are big re-equip costs. So 4 damage, 5 damage coming in. Looks like we might have pulled out the victory on this one. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, we got a win. Alright, we have our next opponent, and a very keepable hand. A good 1-2, well, no, not a 1-drop, but a good 2-3 play here. Opponent leading with a plains. Let's see what's to follow. Interesting. Let's see if they have a portable hole. And the opponent scoops. Alright, well, I guess when you keep a 1-lander, you run the risk of only drawing 1 land. Have another opponent. Okay, this is an interesting hand. We're going to go ahead and give it an experimental keep and hope we draw into that 3rd land. But Pack Song into Pack Leader. Those are 2 good cards to have back to back. Opponent goes first, so it is possible to draw into either the 3rd land or a 1-drop. They've gone down to 6 cards, and they are looking like life gain, which that is a matchup that could prove problematic for us. Okay, does that bring out our friend the elf? Prosperous Innkeeper, so they're doubling up on their life gain triggers. Interesting that they didn't take advantage of the opportunity to do 1 damage. So with that, we're going to go ahead and play out the Pack Leader then, and stop their next attack from coming in. Voice of the Blessed, that is not what I wanted to see. And that is probably already game, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe not as much game as I thought, but even still, it's still 2 big turns away. Yeah, I don't see this changing. It's a 7-7 coming in. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, this game is over. Alright, we're going to go ahead and give this one a try. Not a terrible hand, a bunch of 2-drops. Let's see what the opponent's running. A Johnny Avatar could be... Oh, okay. I see you, Golgari. Or potentially anything else. Alright, there comes the pack leader. Let's see if we can get the day-night cycle to start. Alright, seeing red now splashed in there. Don't entirely remember that color combination's name. Go ahead and take the 3. Do you pass? You pass tonight. Do you? Ooh, this would be good. Good for me, at least. Dang it. I was really hoping to be able to keep that card. Alright, just waiting on the opponent here to determine what they want to do while they're roping. Blade of the Oni. Let's go ahead and let that through. Alright, another Outland Liberator. Alright, I'm surprised they didn't reconfigure there. Oh, I see, they wanted to get their pack tactics drawn in. Let's see how they elect to distribute their attacks. What we're going to go for here is a Snakeskin Veil on the token to take out the pack leader, and a Tameo Safekeeping on whoever they put in front of the Blade of the Oni. Let's see if they have instant speed removal. Okay, they don't go for it. It's still possible it's in their hand. Do they have a meat hook? Alright, let's start pumping up the pack leader. There's definite stick. What do they got? Maybe they foretold poison the cup? There it is. Well, it's a good thing I didn't try and put that extra counter there. And that's going to give us a nice little 4 health, or was it 5 health? I think it was 4 health. Yep. We'll take it. Opponent is taking their sweet time. Primal Adversary is an interesting card to have on hand. And another Blood Chief's Thirst. Let's see if we can't draw out the block. Alpac Piper is a 4-mana creature, which pumps the Ascended Pack Leader whenever something that is cast for 4 mana enters the battlefield or is cast. Not entirely sure what this deck's intentions are. Yeah, it's a scary card, but with nothing in hand, it's not much I can do with it. Alright, let's see if they want to race. Alright, there's the Infernal Grasp, taking an additional 2 damage. Do they attack with the adversary? They foretell, so that's probably another Poison the Cup. Which means my Piper is not long for this world, and I really have to hope for a Averbrook. Well, I get the mana I need for an Averbrook. Do you cast your Poison the Cup here on upkeep? Gosh, that's such a shame. Digging deep for these creatures and not finding anything. 6 cards deep, and all I got was a Pack Song Pup out of the deal, with a Wolf Strike sitting down below. There's the Poison the Cup we expected, and unfortunately it's a turn before we can get our safekeeping off the top deck there. Oh, that is the pretty lady we wanted to see, and another one on top. Unless you've got a board wipe, fella, you are in trouble. Come on now. I know it's scary. Did all your removal just become useless? Aww. Go ahead, you can attack in. No? Okay. Tovolar. Oh, you're not gonna like me. You're gonna have to block. Come on, friend. It's not complicated. Unless you've got board wipes in hand, you are toast. Ladies and gentlemen, Hallowhenge Huntmaster is a terrifying card to see hit the battlefield, especially when 2 of them come down on the night side. Oof, not a good day. Alright, we've got our next opponent. We're going to go ahead and keep this hand and see where it leads us. Opponent goes first. They lead off with a friendly hello, say hi back. Got our 3rd land, so that's a good deal. Oh, they're saying good game. Let's lead off with the Liberator, as we want the Ranger class to resolve. Looks like, oh, no, they don't have the Jawari, or if they do, they elect not to use it. Alright, let's see if we draw out a Fading Hope. Do you have another? Galvanic Iteration. What? Okay, if you say so. Yeah, nice to you too. There's an Expressive, which means you better have a spell that you can exile because you played a land. It might be that because this particular account is new, we're finding people who aren't used to piloting these kind of decks. Yeah, you already played a land though, my friend. Send him an oops. Yeah, we saw what you did. We're embarrassed for you too. see if we draw out some more Fading Hope. Let it flip to nighttime. Hold on to the safekeeping and watch out for the double cast of Tasha's Hideous Laughter. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, I've got enough big cards in the deck to feel comfortable with that since you didn't have any mill to lead it off. 22 cards left. Do they have another combo? Firing off that first Galvanic might have hurt them. But if they have another double fire, I'm in trouble. Oh, I hope they don't elect to break out the rope to finish this. There's the Galvanic. Do they have the Tashas? They have 3 Galvanics in hand. Maddening Cacophony. That's not going to be enough. Hit him with the GG. Swing in for victory. Alright, we survived the mill. We are leading with a mechanic. Could be a vehicles deck. Let's see if they elect to go with an exile effect. That's a unique card. Well, if we get a nighttime flip, we're going to go ahead and take that thing right off with the Liberator. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Give me an excuse to use that. Did you want to try and take a poke, buddy? Aw, so sweet. Yep, now it's nighttime. Oh, and you spent a lot of mana there. Let's start by taking away their Jugan Defends the Temple. Yeah, I know. It's scary. He's a big boy. I don't know why I'm talking like he can hear me. I'm also talking like a belittling jerk, so sorry for that one, actually. Reckoner Bankbuster. And do they have a follow-on to flip to the day side? Banishing Slash. Aww. Be honest, thought about casting the Safekeeping, but I'd rather get the Night Side flip. That is a yikes. Alright, here comes some... one spirit token. Yeah, you're about to not like what comes next. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why the Frenzied Trap Breaker is the meta buster, if you ask me. We're going to go ahead and just swing in for trades here. We're going to play out the other Liberator, and now we're going to hold up protection for this turn. Debated playing a protection and then replacing. Opponent's out. They want no more of it. And with that, we have knocked out Selesnya, whatever the heck that was. I say that because I have no idea what the opponent was trying to do there. And we're back. Overall, the deck performed pretty well. 5 and 3. You know, a little bit of hang up here and there, but not a bad playable option overall. Really, really fun, you know, easy to build deck. The only big investments here were the Halpak Piper and the Avabruck Caretaker, which were decisions I made because I absolutely love the way that these two cards work in synergy together, and use some of the wild cards we've acquired to make that happen. Outside of that, though, it is somewhat effective if you are struggling to put together something, and mono green is always fun. I feel that my favorite mono green builds do tend to lean more towards werewolves, but that's just my personal take. Hopefully you have some fun with something like it, and we will see you in the next video. With that, I am Furion from the Florida Men Gaming, signing off.